Okay, guys, this is just a quick little lesson. I was talking with Andrea today, one of our team members, and she was making a blog, and actually she does beautiful work. And I'd mentioned, I said, okay, now all you need to do is get it on the first page of Google, and so this is what this is all about. Uh, so this is for everybody, not just Andrea, but at any rate, this is my blog here, and the first thing you want to do is I would, if you got a WordPress blog, go into your dashboard, and there's a nice, neat little plugin that you can get. Uh, let's go to installed plugins, and it is called Vibe SEO Pack. Okay, what you want to do is you'll want to go to Add New, and then put the search in. Just put Vibe SEO Pack in there. Do a search, and it will pull up. Now I've already got it installed, but here your installed button will be in blue. So go ahead and just push the install button. Then on the next page, you'll have an activate button. Go ahead and push that activate button. Okay, but what this does, let me get to my pages here. On your main page, on your front page, it will put this little scoring session here. Okay, and you can see I've got a score of 57. Right now, you only want to get a score from 50 to 80. If you actually get a score of 100, uh, you're you're pretty much spamming Google at this point. And with the new penguin and panda laws they put out, you might get kicked out for spamming. So you don't want to have this real high, but I'd say between 50 and 80. You want to have pretty much all these green except for this keyword density. If this says your density is too low, you're okay. And what that means is how many times your main keyword is actually in the blog. And I've got it in here several times. Okay, uh, so if I put it in any more than that, it's probably not a good thing. Okay. But anyway, the best thing to do actually in your domain name, whether you got your own domain name or if you're using WordPress or Blogspot, you're using their hostess, just make sure you've got your main keyword, which of course now it's Promatrix Plus, in your domain name. Make sure your title is Promatrix Plus. Now I'm going to go down here and show you what all these things mean. Uh, you're going to put your main keyword. It's asking you what that is. Put that in this box here. Okay, then your custom title, which the title of your page is, Promatrix Plus, info or scam or whatever it is you guys are going to do. Okay, put that in here, and then as far as this inner custom description, you always want to have your keywords in your first part of your blog. So just go ahead and copy, some of this. It doesn't matter how much because this only allows you to have so many characters in it anyway. So just copy some of it in there and paste it in there, and then you're going to push update, and it's going to give you a score. Some of these things, you at least want to have all these green. So if any of these are in red, you know you've missed something. And every blog's the same. So once you do this once or twice and you know what you need to do, then you won't have to use this thing. But this is kind of a good little indicator on what to do to make sure this is SEO'd properly. But it said it found the title containing the main word. So the keyword was in my title, the title of my page. Okay. Uh, this H1, H2, and H3, you need to have one of each of those in there. And what that is your font size. So this one right here, and make sure your keyword is in those H1, H2, and H3. So my Promatrix Plus, you can see the heading and your font size is an H1. Okay. Now on my little subcategories here, these are H2s. Okay. This one Here's an H2, and you want to get an H3 in there somewhere. So somewhere at the bottom in some closing statement. My mouse is not wanting to work right, but why join my team Promatrix Plus? Okay, as you can see, that's an H3. Okay, so I've got that covered. I've got my H1, my H2, and my H3 covered. Now, the strong means bold, and this I, of course, means italicized. So you want to make sure you've got that in there. That's why you see a lot of blogs. You know, keyword here, this is bold. I've got this one bold and italicized. Okay, even down here, bold, italicized, bold. Pretty much everywhere you have your keyword in here, you want to bold it or put it a different color and bold it. Something to make it stand out a little bit. Okay, so that takes care of that as far as the strong and the bold and the italicized. Now, what this alternate image means, pretty much in every image that I have in here, okay, you just click on it and you can go to your image screen. But when you're putting those in there, make sure in your alternative text you've got your main keyword in there. I do that to all my photos that goes in there. I do it to all my banners that I put on there. I even put the title on there. I mean, it doesn't show up on your website, okay, but it is in the background. And Google, when the spiders and the bots come in and take a look at your page, it picks up on that. So anytime, any photo, you can put your main keyword in these. This is what you want to do. Okay. Also, the last one thing you want to do is you want to get your pinging services in here. Okay. And how you're going to do that is you're going to go to settings and you're going to go to writing. And then down here in this bottom box where it says update services, I've got several pinging services in here. And what this does, it every time your blog changes, every time somebody makes a comment on it, or you add a new post, or you make changes to it, that makes the spiders and Google and Yahoo and everybody say, hey, this has changed. Let's go take a look at it. Okay. I will have, this is all the main ones. There's several of them in there. Okay, I will have these down at the bottom of the video, so just copy and paste it in here, and once you do that, push the Save Changes button. But make sure this is the last thing that you do. You don't want the bots and Google and everybody coming to look at it when you're still working on it. Okay, so do this when you're completely done with your blog, then go ahead and put that in there, push the Save Changes, and at that point, boom, you're going to start getting spiders and Google and Yahoo and everybody else coming to look at your site. Okay, and that's how you get it ranked. Now, the other thing to do, which will go in another video, of course, is backlinking. If you guys want to know more about that, just let me know. I'll make a video on it. But anywhere you can get this domain name, your main domain name out there on there's services that can do this, or you can do it manually or however, but you just want to get that domain out there to as many authority sites as possible. So, with all that said, one other little plug-in that I suggest using, which makes things kind of handy. This one here, it's called iLike, and that's a social media plug-in. Here's the plugins I use. Tiny MCE. What this does, it makes your editor, when you're making your blog, it gives you more fonts, it lets you get highlights, it just adds more to your text editor. Okay, and this WP Slim Stat, this is a great little tool. It shows you all your stats. Like you can go to it, and we'll go to it and check a look at it right now. But it shows me I've had, what, 80, I guess, unique visitors or unique IP addresses come here, and about 27 hits as far as, but it gives you all kinds of information. It'll let you know where most of your traffic's coming from. You know, most of it's from the United States. You got some from Russia, you know, one from Japan, but it gives you all kinds of information. Okay, that's a neat little plug-in to have. But as far as let me get to my pages here. That this right here, as you can see, that tiny MCE. This adds just a lot more different functions up here instead of just having the basic one that you have. So, at any rate, that's how you do some SEO. We'll talk about backlinking later, and hope you enjoyed it and learned something, and we'll catch you all later.